Good morning. I did promise that I'll be scaling down to look at the internal architecture of Eurusd uh, within the corrective frame and scaling down to see how it looks like and how to make entries, stop losses, and take profits and how these things, change. Uh, I've said it before that it's really difficult for anybody to give you a signal if you don't understand how the forex market is or digital economy is. You will think, oh, somebody can give you an entry like a straight jacket entry and all of that, with your small money. One might be able to give you an entry when you have good money and perhaps with your stop loss of about 500 pips, perhaps. And so if trade goes away against you, 500 pips, 1,000 pips, maybe, and the trade will still go in your direction at the end of the day. But trust me, that is going to give you a whole lot of psychological headache, and you'll be doubting what the market is doing. But as a trader, you want to take opportunities, and also you want to protect your money. So why I'm doing this is for you to really understand how this thing works and how over a long time I've been able to fine tune entry, and even when it's given, do changes or modification as appropriate. Then you understand what exactly is happening. Now, you are familiar with this chart. This is a weekly chart of what the correction has been doing, here, right from here, falling, and where we are at the moment, where we see this correction, this correction, this correction, and this correction, and we are saying that this is the final leg of the correction. So that's a weekly chart. I'm going to zoom in because this is where our interest lies. When the price will be making all these formations and all of that, you can only, try to read, okay, but when exactly, you can even forecast, but when exactly the price is going to do it, nobody knows when exactly price is going to do whatever price is going to do. Now, within this, we have talked about so many things like with 1, with 2, and that with 3, and where are we exactly in the middle of all this nonsense? Are we really down, or what exactly are we doing? And let me quickly, you're familiar with it, let me bring out this instrument because I don't want to waste much time as possible. Sometimes you have said probably this is 3 and this is like 4 and is this 5 and all of that. We have said a whole lot, but let me go inside the daily. I want to move as quickly as possible, and we know that when you are looking at end structure, the picture here on the daily, if I may just do something, the picture here that you get here on the daily here at this moment, at this point, gives you what an ending structure is supposed to look like. So this is what an ending structure is supposed to look like on the daily. So don't disregard this too bullish candle, but in between here and here and here, this is what it's going to look like, the ending structure. That is what it gives you. Also this one, an ending structure in this area, that's what it's going to give you. So we know what an ending structure should give us on the daily, and we know what it should give us on the 4 hourly. Now, we have said a whole lot, in time passed as if the last 35 has ended here, and that this is 4, and that within this frame itself is the last leg of week 5. And we have said a whole lot, has it finished or not? Has it finished or not? Now, once we have a 3 to 4, we are expecting that we're going to have a 4 to 5. Could this be the end of 5? Or could this be the internal 3-5 of that 5? So because we have to look at wave, and wave has to make a whole lot of sense to us. Is it complete? Is it not complete? Now, if you look at this one can only be a 5-1, where you see that this correction here has given us an ending structure to the first leg of 5. So we can regard this as a 5-1. We can also regard this as a 5-2, where these are turned up. So we can see this as a 5-2. Now, if that is going to mark an ending structure, that we see the 5-1 and a 5-2. Now, is this a 5-3? Are we seeing a 5-4? Then are we going to have the last leg, which is a 5-5? So what I'm trying to say is this. In essence, what I'm trying to say is this. I will not be using 5 in the red now. But I'll be using my 5 as this. That these, it's like 1. Let me use a blue. This is like 1. And a 2. And a 3. Just spare me this. I want to give you a background. You can't just jump directly into middle of nowhere without you seeing what exactly the possibility, the probability of what may be or not. It is important that we know all of this. You can't force a structure. So we have said that this one from looks complete of a 5-2. And at this point, if I may change this to a blue here. Okay, let me change it to a deep blue. What do I change it to? Let me change it to this kind of a blue here. Yeah. Let me change it to that kind of a blue there. So this one, we say probably it's our 3-5 that marks the end of the 3. So that is done. So we now have a 1 here. We have a 2. Then is this our 3? Has it ended? Is this our 3? Has it ended? From the way this thing has formed at the end of the day, this has given us a bullish cycle now. The beginning of a bullish cycle. The way this daily candle has closed 1, 2, 3, and also has given us a bullish cycle, which is like a pullback or a reversal. Now, Are we in a 4? Are we going to do a 5? Because this cycle must finish itself. Let me still drop the 5 as close to this line because we don't know if it's going to go lower or it's going to be truncated. If it's truncated, then that is typical of the ending structure. But not in all cases is it truncated. So that is what we are trying to look at. That is what we are trying to look at. If you are seeing how it has been for most of these waves in their 5 structure, if this is 1 and we have a truncation of its 5 here, see the way it has been, because the wave continue forming and just a little, push to this side to finish it before we had a 2. And a 2 had gone in 3 structures to the upside, 1, 2, and a 3. But when you are looking at it on a daily, that is what you get to see. Now, this as a 3 also had gone down, on the daily like a 3 structure that you can see, but not until you break down the internal structure before you can see. This is like a 1 and a 2 and this inside of a 3 itself. So the inside of a 3, which is this, does it appear complete? The inside of a 3, does it appear complete? The inside of a 3, does it appear complete? One thing we do know is that before you can call that this one is complete, yeah. So let's use that. So there is a slight break outside of here. Now that tells you that you are probably outside of that 3, which may suggest that actually the 3 is complete. So if the 3 is complete with downside, are we seeing a 4? And we know what a 4 is likely to be. A 4 should not be more than 50. Between 38 and 50. It shouldn't pass 50. So in that sense, so if we take this, because you have to look at the bigger structure in itself before you can tell if what you are seeing, and try to stay within what you know of a wave. And with this, if I may take this one, let me try and push this one. Let me still use a blue. I don't know what I'm using that for really. Okay, don't worry. So let me still change this to a blue, the light blue. So this is 38 here. You can see that even on a bigger time frame within the wave 5 of itself, we expect 38 to be here, and 50 is somewhere here. It's somewhere where we expect the 1 to be. If I do this to demarcate, yes, to perforate that different from the one below. So you see that the 50 should be here and price should not violate this if indeed it's a 4. So we are in, the limit, about the limit of what 4 should give us in terms of the correction of 5 wave here. So which means that if this is what we are looking at, and 4 should terminate around here, then we should see more down, And this more than you don't want to go ahead of yourself, at least expect it at least to get to this point, at least to that point of 95,371. So at least. If it's going to be truncated, it might just push a bit below it. And before we now do a reversal, if that is going to be a reversal, because once we finish the fifth wave, is that going to be a reversal or it's going to be an ABC correction, which I've always told us that we should think that is an ABC correction. So having said it, now we are going to go inside of this structure now and with that background. So let me go to where I have done my analysis to make it faster. So this is where I've done my analysis, and it's still the same: a 3, a 4, then a 4, a 5, 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, and most likely 4 of 5, and we're going to see a 5 of 5. So you can see it's pretty much the same. I'm going to be going inside the 4. So that I want you to see something here. Then I will break it down for you to see. Now, again, I'm trying to break it down for us to see. Then we have said that this is, let me zoom out for you to understand what we are saying on the 4-hour time frame. Now, pretty much we've been coming down, and they will say that this is the end of 3, and this is a 4. And here is what we regard as with 5. Okay, so this is a 4, this is a 3, and this is the 1 of that 3. So this seems like an ending structure of this 1 of 5, and a 2 of 5, and a 3 of 5. That is what we are seeing. Now, how do we even try to plot the ending structure normally here? When you see your 1, you bring your 1 and your 2. Now, you bring your 3 to your 4. There's a video I posted for ending structure. You connect this and this, and you connect your 1 to 3. You mark it, you drop it, and you drag it down as much as possible. Now, when you see a complete break outside of that ending structure to the upside, that is when you now say, yes, I think trend has changed. So it's that a trend has changed or we are in for a big correction. Now, on this time frame, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 1 of 5, a 2, a 3, and at this moment, this looks like a 4. And we are about going for the final leg. So let's now stay within this structure. Let's stay within this structure. Now, this structure, we can see a correction here. Immediately the price moved to this side. We see this correction. This is the first move here. You can take this one as an A, and this is the second move. You can tag that as a B, and this is the third move. You can tag that as a C. We are going to go inside of this correction to see what we are doing. So I'm going to kind of paint this area, which I said the first move to the upside which is an A, and I will paint from here to here also with another color, which is a B, and I will paint this also another color, so that you see how when I go inside, you know, I've been able to work now from the weekly to the daily to the 4 hour. So let me now bring all those things because I've marked them out. So you'll see that I've marked this area as a red, this area as a blue, and this area as a green. And I was here, I just finished this when I sent a message to you, trying to also navigate what exactly is happening here, which I don't know at that time. Because one of the ways you can begin to see, because immediately you add this move to this side, you know that this move here, even on the 4 hourly, on Friday, last week Friday, on the 4 hourly, this move alone itself had not finished a 3. It's not an ending structure. When we add this move to the downside, it's not an ending structure. And this move also going up is the first reaction, which will not tell me it's an ending structure. So when you add this move, you'll be thinking, are we going to have a 3 correction to finish a 4 of that move before we have a 5? Now, or this is going to be like a 1, which is an A B, and a C before we break lower to finish a 5 of that 3. So there are so many things that should be running across your mind when you are into a structure like this. And when you break the limits of a particular structure that you don't get to see, then you will know that something had changed, and you will quickly apply your sense that something had changed. Now, you expect the first reaction. If you're going to do a 4 of this structure, this is a 1. Where is it again? Okay. Okay, I think it's here. Okay. Now, this move came down as a 1, which ended a 1 and a 2. You know, if you go back again, you will see. Because I don't want to lose you at all, because I want you to really understand. Because this is the height of what? A 4 of that 3. 3 finished somewhere, you know, on the left side here, and this is a 4 of it, and this is a 1 of it, and this is a 2. Now, we are done with a 1 and a 2. So we are seeing this as a 3 of the structure. So of course, 3 will not just end abruptly. It has to give us a 4 and to give us a 5. Now, in giving us a 4, are we going to see a straight correction of a 4? Because you expect it to give you like a 3-wave pullback and to give you an ending structure that is typical of wave 5. Now, in your thinking like that, that is going to give you an ending structure that is typical of a wave 5 of this particular 3. You expect a 1 and a 2 and a 3. And within a 3, you expect price to go down to finish a 5. And what do we know about that? What we know about that is that if we have a move of A, and we call this one an A, this to the downside, which is a B, can be anything. It can form a zigzag with this A, which can stall at 60, a 76, or 85. It can even do a 90, and it can even do a 123. When you see a 123, then you know that you are going to have a running flat. When it's now between a 123 and a 161, then you know that you are going to do an extended flat. So in a running flat format, if this is your B, the end of your B, a running flat format should at least have stored at 100, maybe slightly above here. This has not given us a random flat format. You know that something had changed. If it's going to be an extended flat, then it should not go beyond a 123. And this had gone beyond a 123. Then you will know that something had changed. What has now changed is that they had ended abruptly with 3 here, and they are pushing to a wave 5. Then you will call that a manipulation. Yes, it can be a manipulation because you are expecting that if this is the end of 3, they have not ended it. The first chap drop and the first 4, which is, this is now the internal 4 of that 3, which went up like this. And of course, it's got to be a 3 wave for it to be 4 of that. Because I was expecting a 3 wave like this, a 3 wave, 1, 2, and a 3, and a more downside. But I didn't get that. Is it that they are telling lies? We will see. Because they have to finish a 4 of this wave, because if it's a 3, a 4, and to finish a 5 properly. But have they truncated a 5 here? Because I expect a wave 1 of that 4, a 2, and a 3, which is C, and a more downside that will go between 123 to 161 of this entire run, if this is the upper limit, and to go down. But now they are not going down. This one had gone up to break this one. So because if you get fixated that this has to be a 4 and they have to finish a 4 and they have changed it, then you are confused that what are they doing? Then you tell yourself, oh, maybe they are now changing trend. But the structure looks incomplete. So that is the beauty of these things, what you know. And I'm going to break it down now. So let me bring this thing back and let me go inside of a 1 hour. I'm going to zoom for you to see. This is where exactly we are. I'm going to zoom now because I expect this. You guys have labeled this one as A and this one down as B. So inside of a 1 hour, because this is what I do from time to time to also see where are we going, where are we, what is this price doing, and we are going to see now. Let it load. Good, it has loaded. Let me drag to the first one, portion. I want you to get this as, I'm trying my best for you to get this. Okay, it does not, it's still loading. And that's why, you just have to make do with if it's slow, you just have to make do with that. Yeah. So it's because I want you to see. Now, see this move, and the 3 landed here, and we need a 4 to do a 5. Now, this is what I said, an A, the A actually went up in 3 waves. Now, these 3 waves, you can see 1, 2, and a 3. For me, under 1 hour, they finished that 4 in 1 hour. And I will tell you how I got to know later that that is what they have done. They finished this 4 in 1 hour, and they now begin to come down like this and finish this 5 also like this. They finished that 5 and they truncated that with 5. We are going to be seeing inside of this structure to see what exactly they have done. We're going to see what exactly they have done. A 3 structure in wave 1, and they came down. This B wave also came down in 3 wave format. It came down in 3 wave format, and we're going to be seeing inside of that. To see inside of that, I might have to go. If we take this one as A, which the limit is here at this point. At this point, see, at that point. from here to here as A, we expect a B that should pull further down. And what do we have here? But that is the next, you have to be suspecting that they are up to something, which means that if you take your cursor here and from the beginning of A to the end of A, which is just at this stage, which is here, okay, then you expect at least a 123, which should be here, and price didn't get to that. Let me bring this down for you to see where a 123 should be. A 123 should be at least here. And a 161.8 should be here, which is 94,579. If you remember, what I gave us as a stop loss was 94,400, because I knew that if they're going to have a complex correction with this A, B should not go beyond 94,579 or 94,575. So, and I gave us a stop loss of 94,400. So I thought of that immediately here. So that didn't work out. They didn't do that. Of course, you won't just stay and get fixated that that is all that they will do. They can do anything in the middle, because they stalled this, immediately they broke. And I saw it before it happened. So let's go inside of, let me try and so I want to go inside of a 15 minutes time frame now. I'm going to allow this to load. It's very slow, but you pay attention to the area that I put, color code on, because that is our area of concern. And I'm going to see what has happened in those areas. This thing is pretty too slow, okay? So you are going to bear with me. Still loading. Still loading. In this part of the world, this is what we get. Still loading. My recording is faster than what the signal is giving me, because I know you can even hear my voice, and I'm expecting the trading view to load. It's still loading, has not loaded finished, and so it has given me partially the structure of what I'm looking for, but I still need to see to the end of this where I painted red, because that's where we're going to start. I will soon be finishing this because I need to see things change quickly, and you have to adjust as quickly as possible. Oh my God, this is rather too slow. My liking. Too slow. Too slow. Actually, even using a Glow network now, because I don't want any glitches. And why is it taking eternity? It's taking eternity, and I can't just jump in the middle of this and continue to show you I've waited till this time to do this video, because this is Friday, and this is a complete mess. Why are you not loading fast? I can't move anything. I'm tempted to change. I'm tempted to change. I'm tempted to change network. If I'm going to do that, I might now stop this video temporarily and change network. Maybe I should just do that, and I will start from here because it's wasting my time. Okay, let me just do that. Let me stop